Hello, I'm Natosha Salad, and I will be reading from the Satanic Temple, Goodnight Baphomet. It's an adorable little story for all you little baby ghouls and bats out there. The moon and the stars have come to play, so now it's time to end our day. But listen close before you sleep to these 7 tenets you should keep. If it doesn't hurt, be kind to all, even Republicans, every creature, big or small. Use good sense and follow through, but just remember to love you too. Like Mama RuPaul says, if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love someone else? Do what's fair and never stray, even when rules get in the way. Always stand for what is right, and when it's dark, you'll be the light. Your body is yours and yours alone. You make the choices, let it be known. Nobody else can say what to do. Your body is special, just like you. Respect everyone's right to be, especially when they disagree. If their words make you mad, set them free. Don't be sad. This is my favorite one. Science helps us to understand the world and all we see, and so we shouldn't bend the truth to prop up our beliefs. You hear that? We all make mistakes, that much is true, but let's make it right before we are through. Right your wrongs and do what you can. It's never too late. Reach out your hand. I think this is like my favorite picture because it's little Baphomet with a little baby Satan, and I love it so much. It's so cute. Be kind, be wise, be fair each day. Let these words guide your way. But more than words, let actions show. Compassion and justice, let them flow. Now it's time for tucking toes. Sip your water, blow your nose. Put this book upon its shelf. Good night, love. Hail yourself. And then it says good night in this cute little curtain. I love it with the sky. I love this book. It's actually like the pictures are really well done, like the art and everything. It's so cute. I love it. Well, that was Goodnight Baphomet, presented from the Satanic Temple. I think you can find it on their website. Yay! Did you like it, Kaspar? Yay, the end! It was the end! Yay! He's like, that's a night-night book, so I am the resistance now.
The Midwest, home sweet home in good old Indiana. A place of small towns, cozy families gathered together, and fields of corn and rustic woods. But, like any town, there is a dark underbelly that often goes unnoted. We are part of that darkness. We lurk in the shadows to bring you the best in horror, metal, and stories of the grotesque. This is Blood in the Cornfields.
All right, welcome in, cellar dwellers.
Hello.
Howdy.
In the flesh yet again.
Yes, we are. As you all can see, we do have a guest.
Hello, I'm the guest.
If you want to introduce yourself,
And the voluptuous.
tell us a little bit about you.
Voluptuous, I love that. I'm Natosha Salad. If you can't tell, I'm actually a drag queen, believe it or not. Yeah, and I've been doing drag for about 2.5, 3 years. So, yeah, I'm also, like, Goshen's, like, first premiere drag queen.
That's
so,
cool.
It is really cool. It's, like, something I wear that badge of honor all the
That
time.
title, yeah.
That is very cool.
Yeah, it's great.
Awesome. Well, we're excited to have you. Welcome
you.
in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excited
for
to be
being
here.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I'll defer to you if you have any. Do you have any news?
No, because I think you took
I
most
stole all
of
your-
mine.
This has become my thing, so I'm like, trying to get on the most
Dude, it's all good.
current news. So, I guess I'll steal the thunder and start it off. First thing I wanted to talk about is Crystal Lake, the TV series.
Dude, I'm so excited
Yes.
for that.
Well, don't be, because the plug has been pulled.
Son of a bitch.
Yes. So
Aw.
as of right now, it's not
Thanks,
happening.
Mark.
You know, I try, you know.
Wow.
So it's not happening as of right now. Reason being is the whole writer's strike kind of interrupted things. And what happened is there's 3 writers currently, according to the news article, so I'll say allegedly, have not been paid. And it's totaling $300,000, $100,000 each is what I was reading. And it's due to issues with the strike and them working while it was kind of going on and then not getting paid and then not getting back paid and all that sort of stuff. And then they were having issues with the showrunners. Didn't get any details on that either, but issues with the showrunners. So the plug has been pulled. It's currently, I'll say, on hold, because I was reading also too that some representatives from Peacock and A24 are strongly believe that it'll be picked up by someone else. And there's a couple writers that they suspect may pick up like progress where they were at. So as of right now, everyone, sorry to bear the bad news, Crystal Lake is on hold.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yes. When I read that the other day, I was like, oh, she's going to be so pissed.
Yeah, because I heard about the A24 potentially picking it up, and I'm like, okay, A24 grabbing everything now, all the franchises, good for you.
And it's supposed to be a Peacock exclusive. It was what was in production was billed to be 5 seasons, and they were doing like prequel type stuff and then building on the next 4 movies and then filling in the gaps between all 4 or 5. I don't remember.
Fun. I like
Yeah,
that.
so they were going to total it 5 seasons. So that's a bummer. I was really looking forward to that. Hopefully it'll get picked back up again, folks. I will fill you in if I hear anything. Next would be Smile 2 trailer dropped. Ivy's favorite.
You can have your opinions on it.
You can totally
clap if you want.
No, I was like, so
Tell us your thoughts.
Okay, and I'm so sorry to like bombard your moment here.
Bring it on.
Do it.
Bring it on.
Okay,
Here with us.
Okay, good, because I'm going to bring in some heavy opinions.
Good.
I was so excited about Smile. I was so excited about it. Like, okay, this looks really creepy. It looks really
advertising
good.
was
The advertising
on point.
was great.
Oh.
The advertising was mountains better than the actual movie.
Oh, fuck yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Like, you're just, in the whole time in this movie, you're just waiting for something big to happen. And it just doesn't happen. And you're like, okay, well, I saw that coming.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I saw that coming. And then the, like, big moment where she, like, kills that one resident in that mental institution, you're like, here it is. And then it was just, like, it wasn't real. It was like a dream. It was like
in her mind.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm like, okay, well, this sucks. So, a Smile 2 is happening. Why?
Yes, I'm so happy they're doing it just so I can annoy you with it.
So, if you're not familiar, my opinions are it's shit. I fucking hate
She hates that movie so much.
The burning passion. Mostly just because it was all jump scares and you could literally feel everything that's happening, and it was so pretentious, and I was just like, oh my fucking god. When it got to the end though, with the big monster lady with the underwear, I thought that was funny. I was like, about time.
About time.
We had something fucking campy and silly because I was just getting bored to tears at this movie, and it was like, then they lost me halfway through. Now, I will say the interesting thing about this second movie is that they're putting it on a bigger scale because, as you know, the rules. The rules are, you know, if you see the suicide happen or whatever, you inherit that curse.
It's now imprinted on you. Right.
So now with this Taylor Swift character that is now being I was like, oh, that's kind of funny.
I wanted her to die brutally in front of all of her fans. Like, I want something brutal to happen on stage.
Because then every one of them is fucking cursed.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so then all of them get it. That was my thought, is that would be badass.
Yeah.
As if witnessing a suicide isn't traumatic enough.
Right?
Like, now you're cursed, bitch. Like,
like it's every one of you, every 1,000 fucking people.
This is what you get for spending $2,000 on a ticket to see this shit performer. you die. Now
you get it. So now we take your $2,000 and you're essentially dead.
And see, I think that would be so fucking hilarious because then it's like all the non-Swifties are safe.
Yeah.
It's like
the world is a better place.
And I was watching the trailer because I was looking forward to see if Homeboy was in it.
Yeah, because he's
not that I saw.
But he's in the cast.
Is he?
Yeah.
Ooh, I bet you he's just going to come in at one point.
Yeah.
Either in the beginning to start it off, or he's going to be in the end to destroy it. Yeah.
That
one
would
of the
be
two.
so funny. Because, the dude at the very end
Yeah,
He's
where
supposed
she
to be
lights
in it.
herself up.
Yeah.
And he just is like, oh.
He's just staring at her.
He's
He's
like, oh, okay.
idiot, run.
No, you know the game. Like, get
Close
out
your
of
eyes.
here.
Close your eyes.
Why are you being an idiot?
Yeah, I know.
He's like, well, deer in headlights moment, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
He's like, anybody got s'mores?
I get it.
Chocolate, marshmallows, grams? Yeah.
he's like, "Ah, there go all those toxic traits. Great.
So yeah, that is I don't know a release date. Honestly, I didn't bother to look. I was so excited to send you that because you sent me just the clip and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't think she knows this is out. I'm like, oh, I want to be the first person to expose her to it.
Oh, you dick.
So yeah,
I will say a little bit of nicer news is that Nosferatu, the is it Eggers?
I think
project?
so. I think so.
Is actually now has an official trailer, but the only way you can watch the official trailer is before a movie called Bike Riders.
So Bike Riders, though, do you know anything about that?
No, I know
So
nothing
I
about
love
it.
the actress Jodie Cormier. I don't remember how you say her name.
Oh.
She's such a good actress. I kind of saw her in Killing Eve, the TV series. I know I talked about it briefly.
Yeah.
It has Sandra.
You have talked about Sandra Bullock?
No, Sandra.
Oh.
I think her name's like Sandra Oh or something like that.
Sandra
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So she's in it, and they both do a phenomenal job. But Jodie, I'm not going to butcher her last name again. She plays a sociopath, and she does it brilliantly. But Bike Riders, I've been looking forward to that because Tom Hardy kind of plays like a little roughneck character, similar to what he did in what's the Irish gang movie that's on Netflix?
Boondocks.
No, not Penny
Boondocks.
Dreadful, but
shit.
it's got Cillian Murphy in it.
I know exactly what you're
I
talking
cannot
about,
think
and
of
it's escaping me.
But Tom Hardy plays a similar character in that TV series. And I know in the comments y'all can put it, and we'll probably realize, but it's just escaping me.
Or
But anyway,
Luke will put it up because he normally
Bike
does.
Riders looks like a good movie, so I totally would see Bike Riders. But then also to see the trailer on top of it, to me, I'd be totally down for that. And also some unfortunate news. Just found out recently the passing of Donald Sutherland, a very well-known actor, the father of Kiefer Sutherland. Been in a bunch of dramas. Most recently, the biggest stuff was the Hunger Games. He was in that. Yeah, but he's done. I mean, his catalog is just ridiculous. Was he in Taking Lives?
Let me see.
Yep, he was.
Yep. So he was also in like the remake of Salem's Lot, for whatever that's worth. But the better remake that he was in was Body Snatchers.
Yes.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Was he in Flatliners?
No, that was Kiefer.
Oh, that was Kiefer. Because I saw Flatliners, I was like, oh.
Kiefer Sutherland was in that one. But yeah, he's been in a lot of things. He was in MASH. Everybody knows him from MASH. And we were just talking about Eye of the Needle, which was a drama. But it might as well have been a horror movie with the stakes that were involved.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So, he passed away at the age of 88.
Yeah, 88 years old.
Unfortunate.
Such a cool guy.
Yes.
He really was. Anything that he was ever in is just like, I don't know, he just had an air about him.
He looked so serious.
All the time.
Like, he had the strongest dad or principal vibes of some of the actors I've ever seen. Like, he just had those dad vibes, those principal vibes.
What? He was also a teacher in Animal House. He was the one that was smoking a doobie, and he was like passing around to all the other students.
That's right. Yeah.
He just has that like very authoritarian.
Yes.
He's very good at that.
Which I kind of like because people say I have that.
Oh.
I've had so many people that they're like, when you talk to me, you make me feel like I'm in the principal's office. So I get that. So that is unfortunate news to pass along to everyone.
He was such a cool guy.
Also, one last thing. I want to try and get this going because I selfishly like to give, and so I want to give to y'all. So I am running something. Ivy's involved too, so it's not just like me. We together are running for once we get to 100 subs, we're just going to say on YouTube, I've got like a gift bag that I'm going to just mail to one of y'all. And so what we'll do is we'll go through subscribers. We may pull through Instagram. I don't know. I haven't really figured it out.
We're
going to have a drawing and I'm going to send some good shit. Like this is going to be 100 subs. So I'm going to send some really good shit. Some of it's from my personal collection. Some of it I'm just going to buy from Karma. But yeah, I just thought that'd be really sweet get us up to 100 subs, and then we will go over the details, and then we'll work it out from there.
And it will actually happen.
This will actually happen, yes.
I mean, because we're doing the pole dancing episode, which is going to happen because it actually was voted on.
I'm so excited about that.
It is going to happen. So, yes, get us to 100 subs, and we will totally do that. I think it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
We're just still looking for that damn abandoned building, man.
I know.
That's been hard.
It really has been.
It's been a hard search just to find one because when we got to 50, we were going to do the abandoned building. Everybody voted on it, and it's like, oh, shit.
We're going to probably just have to break into a place, and hopefully I don't get arrested. If so, y'all post my bond.
And hopefully it's abandoned.
Yeah, right.
I would like it to be abandoned. Right. If I find out that it's not,
we'll
leave.
Actual black mold incident happening.
That would be terrible.
That was. Have you seen that movie?
No.
It's a movie, man. We did a review on it. It's like.
Now I have to watch it.
Shit happens.
Shit happens.
The dude that lives there's pretty sweet. I think we could be friends.
Yeah, you could be friends after you talk to him after a while.
Hey, spooky parents. We want to help promote an awesome alternative clothing brand from the Midwest made just for you ghouls. It's Feral Mama. The brand was started by Gretchen, a mother of 4 living in Cleveland, Ohio, who is a trained doula and has a passion for supporting motherhood and other mothers who are struggling with mental illness, postpartum depression, and mothers who are struggling to find a support group for other alternative mothers. Since she started her business, she has found an awesome community that has supported her through thick and thin. We support her on this mission as parents ourselves. Feral Mama has lots of comfy t-shirts with spooky designs for mostly mamas, but also some unisex options are available for any of you papas or caregivers out there. She also sells kids shirts from time to time, as well as hoodies, crew neck, long sleeve shirts, patches, pins, mugs, and some other really cute bags. You can use my code OscureIvy to get 10% off your first order using the link in the description on our Instagram or even on our YouTube, feralmamashop.com/OscureIvy. That's feralmamashop.com/OscureIvy. By supporting her, you will also be helping us continue to do what we do. It can take anywhere between 14 to 21 business days to receive your order, but remember, she is only one person. So go support your local Feral Mama today. Remember to support small businesses, women, and of course, badass mamas everywhere.
Enough jibber jabber. Enough chit chatting. Let's get into the hard hitting, serious questions for Natosha.
Oh gosh, yes. I feel like I'm being interrogated. That's great.
Yeah. So all the questions we're asking, we're not. We're gonna just ask. No.
Oh gosh. Okay.
All curveballs.
Well, I have a bunch of answers under this wig.
Go, magic wig.
That's why your hair is so big. It's full of secrets.
Full of secrets and answers. That's
yes.
Right. Awesome. It's not a double stacked wig at all.
It does have. And what's the look that you said you were going for?
So I'm going for like an Elvira meets Cher look.
Right.
I love it.
Thank you.
It's a lot of black on black.
It is.
On black and more black.
And black. And then more black with dark lipstick.
All right.
It's my favorite look.
And it looks amazing.
Thank you.
The purple.
Oh, you noticed that. Thank you.
I like that.
Oh my gosh. So, yeah, I mix. Typically, when I do my eyeshadow, I'll mix 2 different colors together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just to get like that perfect balanced color that I want. Okay. Yeah, so I love it. I'm happy you noticed.
Purple's my favorite color.
I love purple.
Mine too.
Hey!
I love me some purple.
Awesome.
Everyone here loves purple.
Yeah.
Look at that. Meant to be.
Perfect.
Fire away.
Our first question is, how did you get into drag?
That is such a great question because I used to watch RuPaul's Drag. I still watch RuPaul's Drag Race.
Mm-hmm.
But I would watch it and I remember thinking like just sitting there eating like Tostitos or whatever, like I could do that.
Just
I could
Tostitos
do that.
I could
plain?
totally do that.
No
queso?
guacamole or queso.
Okay, right.
Yeah, no.
I was like, I was getting ready to be like, what the fuck?
No,
Get
I'm
out
not a
of here.
monster.
Criticize you on like
That's it. Like I'm the man dressed up as a woman right now, and he's like, "Wait, Tostitos."
Tostitos where I fucking draw the line,
right?
Plain Tostitos.
So, one day my best friend and I were just like, 2 of my friends and I were hanging out. So the 3 of us were just doing our thing, and then my friend Angie was like, "I want to do your makeup," and I'm like, "Okay." So she does my makeup, and then my other friend Andrea. She's a trans woman, so she had, like, an extra wig on her.
Aww.
So they just, like, worked together to put me in drag. And then I went out in public with my friend Andrea, which I actually love that was my first experience of drag because I actually got to experience what my friend who's a trans woman goes through in public, like on the daily, like being misgendered and like just being mistreated. So, and I think it's important because oftentimes people don't realize that like drag stems from the history of transgender women. So it was really, it wasn't my moment. Like it was my moment, but it's more of like me observing, so it was really a powerful moment. And I thought, and that's when I decided after watching somebody being mistreated, like I want to do this all the time. But
so your first time, you went out and
I went out in public, in daytime,
So just go for it. Is that like that's kind of my personality? Mm-hmm. Is that kind of your personality?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty brave.
Yeah.
Okay. We went to a liquor store and then we went to Walmart and. Just, for anyone listening who might want to do drag, don't fucking go to Walmart and drag. Your first time in drag, or ever, just don't do it, because Walmart does not have the best of the best people there.
You don't say.
Yeah, I know, that's hard to believe, but...
Learn something new every day.
You might be better off at a Target.
True.
Yeah, but I still would not recommend. This is Indiana, after all.
Yeah.
So...
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
So first off, I kind of wanted to know, since it's horror related, do you have any favorite horror movies, drag or not drag? Because there are some drag ones out there.
There are some drag ones, and they're great. Honestly, though, none of them would make my favorite list of drag or of horror.
Yeah.
My favorite horror film would definitely have to be Rosemary's Baby.
Oh,
I know.
That's cool.
I just forgot. I have
it.
a Rosemary's Baby signed picture.
Oh, that's
Do you
cool.
really?
I do, yeah.
Oh my
so I was
God.
decorating my room because I
That's
so
pieced it
cool.
together. Yeah, I don't remember the lead actress. Was she a short blonde hair?
Yeah, Pharaoh.
I think it's her.
Oh,
I
she
think-
signed it? That's cool.
I'll take a picture, post it on here or something.
I was gonna
But
say.
yeah, I was just putting that up the other day. So that's crazy. You
That's
said
cool.
that.
I love Rosemary's Baby. I mean, there's several like favorite horror films, but that one's definitely my top.
Yeah.
And I think it's because it was the first scary movie that I watched that I was actually like, wow, the plot here is really cool. And then like, it's scary, but it's also kind of like, I like the style, the fashion.
It's good overall.
Oh,
It
70s.
is. Yeah, the 70s like mod look. And
I
like,
love it.
yes, I love it so much. And then like, I don't know, this fabulous elderly couple in New York City who turn out to like be like the son of Satan and his wife. Like,
So the old lady, she was from Harold and Maude.
Oh,
She's Maude.
she's mod.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
I did not realize that.
Yeah.
I love it.
Ah,
Love it. Well, the more you learn,
Yeah.
the more you know.
the more you know.
That's
The
cool.
more you
That I didn't realize you liked that movie so much.
I love Rosemary's
Did
Baby.
you see us when we were out and about on Halloween when I was first pregnant?
I don't think I did.
So we were dressed up as Satan and Rosemary.
Oh, stop it. That would have been so cool to like,
Yeah.
man.
I'm gonna have to show you pictures.
You have to
It
now.
was a lot of fun.
Gosh, missed opportunity for me.
all right. Do you incorporate any horror or any scary influences in your drag routine?
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. I'm
Or
sorry.
no, I was going to say, if you haven't, like, what would you incorporate?
Oh, yeah, sure. Gosh. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I think one thing that I love about drag is that it's such an art form that you can pretty much incorporate anything you want. Like, I have a drag performer that I know really well whose name is Crunchwrap the Queen.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
And they do like Taco Bell sauces and stuff. So yeah, you can do anything with drag.
That's so cool.
It's so cool. But so my drag sister Karen Pancakes, who also like has helped me so much with drag, and I love her so much. She only does like spooky drag.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Wow.
So I love it so much. So like, there have been several times where like I've done like a demonic mistress look, or like a mistress Satan, and I love it. Like the reds and like the red wig or a blonde wig with like all the red. Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
You know, that's the cool thing about drag.
Well, I know with Elvira being huge, queen,
Mhm.
for sure, just for everyone.
Mhm.
And actually, Elvira for Pride came out with a special
She did.
figure. Yes, special
yeah.
figure.
Mhm.
She has a patriotic one, I think, that's like red, white, and blue or whatever, and then she has the normal black. But yeah, there's
a pride colored one.
Is it? I couldn't remember what it
Yeah.
was. I remember seeing it before June. But yeah, I just kind of noticed that.
Yeah.
So I just assume like everybody probably takes inspiration from Elvira.
Everyone. Yeah. I mean, I am tonight. Like, yeah. Like,
Yep.
I love I think it's also like if it's not, it should be mandatory as a drag queen to love Elvira.
That's what I was that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I just find it so funny that like she growing up was like known as this huge sex symbol.
Yeah.
Like, and then at least from what I knew, never let anyone know that she was gay. She was not straight.
Yeah.
And I just found it so funny, but it's like, just because, viewed as this big sex symbol, and it's like, hey, no.
Is Elvira a lesbian or is she bi?
Well, I think she's married.
I think she's.
I think she's married. I think she's just a lesbian.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think she's
I
bi.
thought she was. Well, I thought she was bi.
I think she was married prior.
Oh, that could be it. Yeah.
I also know that her actual look
Mhm.
is actually inspired from drag. Like when she was younger, she was in a lot of drag shows and a lot of burlesque.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of drag queens kind of took her under her wing and kind of helped her. I think it was like a friend that was a drag queen helped her become Elvira or like kind of perfect her look. And then she was picked up later by, I think, a producer or something like that and said, hey, I want you to have like a horror host
Oh, yeah.
show.
Leave it to a drag queen.
Yeah.
We brought you Elvira.
Exactly.
The more you know.
Yeah. She's very much like Morticia meets
Vampire.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. Yeah.
Exactly.
Meets like this vampire mistress. Yeah, love it.
So, sorry I got you off track. Just the whole Elvira thing popped in because I was like, that's got to be, somewhere in influence.
Oh, yeah, no, it's in the cards for sure.
Absolutely.
So, where did your name, Natosha Salad, come from? I love how people can just come up with these amazing names, but I'm sure it took a long time and a lot of thought.
You would be
but
right.
It's so creative.
Thank you. Yeah, I love that. That's like, such a great question because so many people hear the name and they laugh and they're like, once they get it, but like, it's really funny. So my mother-in-law is Dutch and is very much not humorally stable.
Gotcha.
So she still doesn't get it. So my name, if I was a girl, was going to be Natosha, or Natasha. And then I guess, I kind of just started playing with the name Natasha and I was like, Tassa Salad. Natosha Salad. And then, my friend Karen Pancakes, my drag sister, was like, if you don't use that drag name, I will.
Yeah.
So
like, that's mine then.
Then it's mine. I will take it then. I put it on the table, I'm taking it back off and using it. But it was actually in between the name Natosha Salad or Salmonella.
Nice.
Yeah. So I was really torn between Salmonella with a Z, Salmonella or Natosha Salad. But ultimately, I'm like, no, I have to go with Natosha Salad. It's great.
It's perfect.
It's perfect.
And how did you come up with the inspiration for your drag? Did you have a drag mother that you learned under, or?
Yeah, yes and no. Like, I, for about 2 years, not 2 years, sorry. For the first year, I just did drag for fun. Like, in my basement, I'd walk around downtown Goshen and drag, take pictures, get yelled at.
I would say it's probably a decent mix.
Like, a
decent
little bit
mix.
of everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Little bit of support, a little bit of hate, but I had this goal that I would be a performer and that I would have to work up the courage and the bravery to do that. So then my friend Karen, who also goes by Richard in their everyday life, they've been doing drag since they were like 12 years old.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, and I love them so much. But they really stepped up, and my friend Caleb, who is also known as Anita Cock. So
That's wonderful.
wonderful drag
shit.
name, Anita Cock.
All right, okay.
Yeah. So the two of them kind of like swarmed me with support and tips and help. And yeah, it was great. But no, I never really had a drag mother though. Like I've always just kind of had like drag sisters, and then like I guess I kind of have a drag mother. Her name's Aramis Man, but like she never really taught me like makeup tips or anything like that. She's been more of like my performing mom. Like she gives me tips on like how to perform better, and it's very helpful. Yeah, so
cool.
supportive. Yeah, so yeah.
Awesome.
It's neat.
Sorry for the long-winded question there.
No,
this is good. This is good.
Oh, good.
The dialogue's good. And I was thinking to myself, so I was like, you know, with thinking about the hate and then the love and all that, but I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't know about the hate because, like, you're about my build.
Right.
And when you're in heels, you're not a small.
No,
you're not a small.
I'm not a small. No, definitely not. Well, what people don't realize is like maybe not these heels because they have a buckle. But like anytime you see a giant man like myself in drag, and they're wearing heels, they're wearing weapons on their feet.
Absolutely.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That
like,
could kill a person.
This could kill someone. Right. Like these are not for like these are expensive. Like they're multi-purpose.
Yeah.
They're fashion and murder.
We're all about the
best of both worlds. I was just thinking about that because like I feel like we're probably similar in size, and I'm just
probably,
like, you know, I'm not a small guy.
No, neither. Yeah.
So it's like I don't know about how much hate we'd be catching. So. I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. That was bouncing off my mind. But one thing I kind of wanted to know is like, do you feel and it might be a mix of both. Do you feel like drag for you is kind of like dressing up as in like a glorious Halloween type kind of costume? Or do you view it as more of like a personal expression to like, you know, show part of your side that maybe people don't see or another way of fully expressing yourself?
Yeah. I guess the answer would be yes. Yeah.
Yes to all of it.
Yes to all of it.
I thought it might be a little bit of both.
Yeah, for sure. And what a great question, because like I think people don't realize when they see a drag performer, and I'm not going to say a drag queen because there's drag kings, there's non-binary performers. Like what they don't realize is I don't want to be a woman. You know, like I don't have that. I don't have that identity crises. But like there are performers who do.
Sure.
And for them, drag is an opportunity to come out and
kind of test the waters.
Yeah, and to explore that. And for me, it's I don't necessarily want to look like a woman. I want to look like a toy or a doll. You know, yeah, like I want to look. I don't know, like a child's plaything or like
a Barbie.
Like a Barbie, right? Like a spooky Barbie. So like I guess like yes, and all of that. But like the fun part for me in drag is when I do drag and I go out and people see me and then I'll come back to that same place, like Elephant Bar in Goshen, like I'm going to go there after this tonight, see people, meet a new face, and then next week when I go back out, I'm like, oh, hey, I met you last week.
And they're like, huh?
Who the hell are you?
Yeah.
You literally did that to me.
Yeah, I did. That's true.
Literally did that to me.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. I was like, shit, I didn't recognize you without the makeup.
Right. I know this human being. You're a drag queen. Like, yeah. So I love that because what that tells me is like, I'm arting right. Like
you are.
Well, and to me, the thing that I think for you, and I can't speak for everyone else, but the thing that I think probably, hopefully I'm right with you, is it's also another way to perform. It's also another way to be, I don't want to say exaggerating on things, but it very much, like, you can be however you want to be. Yeah. You know?
Exaggerating is perfect.
Is it? Okay.
No, yeah, no, because, like, no one wears this much makeup unless they are doing drag, and if they do, they shouldn't. It's horrible for your skin. But so yeah, like I absolutely love the exaggeration,
and I think that's a big point of it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it totally is. Drag was meant to be an art that, not necessarily, and like you'll hear so many antis say things like, well, women are costumes. It's like, okay, well, first off, asshole. There are... Can I say asshole?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I've said way worse.
Yeah,
already.
God, I was going to use such horrible language.
No,
yeah, go ahead.
So, antis will say things like, well, women are costumes. It's like, okay, well, asshole, look. There's also drag kings, but you don't care about that because when a woman dresses like a man, you're a misogynistic asshole, and you're okay with that because it's okay for women or anybody else to want to be a man. It's only when a man transforms into a woman that they have a problem with it. So no, women aren't costumes. the whole purpose behind drag is to break gender stereotypes and open that door to conversations and to gender expression. And ultimately what it does is it makes it much easier for people who are transgender to come out of that shell.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and for me, I'm pretty hardcore with like a lot of stuff just with my personality. So my first experience to anything drag related was Divine in Pink Flamingo.
Yeah.
Oh God, I love Divine.
So I mean, like, yeah, I came in swinging heavy. I didn't start in the shallow end. I was swinging heavy.
You went head in to Divine eating dog shit.
Yes. And I was just like, whoa. I mean, that movie still to me to this day, like, I have special memories because I fucked around. One of my friends like paused it on the scene where the guy's playing with his butthole or whatever, and then had my friend come in and we just played it. Like, we were just chilling watching. He's like, what the fuck is this?
What is happening here?
But yes, so that, and then shortly after, like, RuPaul is kind of when I like realized what drag even was. But yeah, for me it was pretty hardcore because it was Divine. I was just like, that whole movie, I mean, not only was it like I was learning like, you know, what a drag queen was, because I remember when I was younger I was like, I don't know if that's a woman, I don't know if it's not, but like,
yes,
like, okay. And then all the other obscurities of that movie just was like,
blows down the water.
I think
so.
My first like understanding that drag was a thing was Tim Curry.
Oh, okay.
As Frankenfurter. When I was a kid, I saw the cover of Rocky Picture Horror Show because, you know, you had the DVDs and stuff like that and the tapes.
Yeah.
And I go, I really like that outfit, Dad. And he goes, I mean, yeah, that's a really awesome outfit. And I'm like, she looks so pretty. And he's like, baby, that's
Tim Curry.
a boy.
So that it turns out that's a man.
And I'm like, no, that's a girl.
Right.
I had this argument with him. He's like, don't worry about it. Because it was in the middle of a Walmart.
We'll get there.
He's like, put a pin in that. We'll come back to it when you're like.
He was also the one that like showed me though much later Tu Wong Fu.
Tu Wong Fu was my first.
I forgot about that movie. I did too.
Tu Wong Fu was a mindfuck for me because I actually didn't know that those were men until later in life. And then I realized, and then I'm trying to remember the actor's name, the Latino man.
John Leguizamo.
Yes, yeah. So I saw him in, I think it was The Noid or something, or the...
He was in Spawn. Where he was an annoying guy. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was just an annoying guy.
Yeah, he was just really annoying.
The premise of it.
Yeah. And that was like one of my favorite movies as a child. Because
was it called The Pest?
The Pest. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
It might have been.
It might have been.
I'm reaching back years for that one.
No, me too. Cool. But I was an annoying kid. I was like this little ADHD ball of energy.
Me too.
And then, but I remember like watching that movie and I'm like watching it, like dancing around. I'm like, oh my God, I've seen that man in a dress. And then, like, I made the connection that he was from Tu Wong Fu.
Chi-Chi Rodriguez.
Yeah.
I fucking love her.
You could be a drag princess.
Yes.
Wasn't it Wesley Snipes, too?
Yes.
And was it Patrick Swayze?
Patrick Swayze.
Like, three guys, like, that I
would never think.
No.
I love that so much.
And all three of them have said that was probably their favorite film that they've ever done.
So cool.
It was a funny movie.
It is.
It was funny,
Yeah, and people don't realize, like, drag is really fucking fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like,
I've heard,
great.
This is a terrible take, but I've heard someone mention it before. Like, basically, drag is like clowning. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that exactly.
When I see a clown do the splits or a death drop like I do.
I don't.
No.
They can go juggle. They can go do their shit.
Right. That would be like saying that painting and drawing are the same thing.
Right.
They're very similar forms of art, but they are very much different in their own realms. Yeah. So yeah.
So this next question is personally, because I need to know. I love making clothing. How long does it take you to make your clothing, personalize it, and especially to fit you? You
are going to appreciate this so much. I literally wore this dress today just for you for that.
Oh my God.
So I made this. It took me 3 weeks. It was my first gown that I made.
Wow.
And like, So, okay. So a gown can take me anywhere between 2 days to 3 weeks to a month to make. Yeah. It depends on the material. It depends on just what I want to do with it. It depends on like if I've like lost 10 pounds or gained 20 pounds, which is always the case.
I understand.
Depends on the amount of Taco Bell I've had that week. Like, well, shit, I had 3 Crunch Wraps, so I'm going to take this one out a little bit. So it all just really depends. It depends on if I'm sewing and hot gluing or if I'm just hot gluing. Yeah, so it all just depends. But I love doing it, so it's never really like a bother. But yeah, it can take, I don't know, I've had some looks, the fastest it's taken me was 3 days.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. It's just like the stretchy material.
Yeah.
And then like I just bedazzled it. So, but it was like, well, I had a show that weekend and it was Thursday when I finished it.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, oh, bitch, you better work. So I'm like up for like 2 days, just like,
oh my God,
by hand, like putting sequins on this whole outfit. I'm like, oh, they better stay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, because I was just gonna ask, like, do you use a pattern?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
Like I'll use pattern, like cutout patterns and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Because I know different materials work different.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I had to learn that the hard way, especially with, like this material that has like the glamour, like the glamour, the sequence.
You can call it glamour. It's glamour.
It's glamour. Yeah, it's not sequence anymore. It's glamour, girl. But yeah.
That's cool. Have you had any sewing experience in the past prior to drag, or was that kind of your first, go around with sewing? So
other than like my grandmother sewed, which I feel like everyone's grandmother sewed.
Yes.
My grandmother sewed. My mom can sew. I took sewing classes in junior high and high school.
Cool.
Yeah, and then like I stopped sewing. And this is actually like a really sentimental subject. It's really great. Oh. So, my daughter was in Girl Scouts for 5-6 years and she sews. So I started doing drag and I wanted to make my own clothes, my own outfits. And I just bought a sewing machine and kind of like threw myself at it and was like, okay, it can't be that hard.
Yeah.
Well, then at the time she was 12, she's now 14. But my daughter came out of my drag room and was like, you're jamming your machine up like really badly. Let me show you how to do this. So we actually make my stuff together.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, it's
I
like,
love that.
Isn't that great? It's like this huge bonding moment.
Makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
So the other question is too, this is for anybody on a budget. Like, okay, here's the thing. Goth and drag are kind of similar.
Very much, yeah.
So a lot of our stuff is DIY. Like, for example, this is actually a Halloween poncho that was turned into a skirt.
Oh, I love it.
And then, not this one, but I have another one that's actually just fishnets that you cut the crotch out of and you just turn it
Use the legs as arms?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And you
Gotcha.
cut the holes, So a lot of goth is a lot of DIY.
Yeah.
You figure out your own stuff. What is it like for anybody on a budget that wants to get into drag?
Yeah, for sure.
What does that look like?
Sure, yeah. So it can look like anything. I've seen drag queens who have taken... I've seen so many drag queens who go thrifting. And you take a dress, like an old prom dress, and you cut it, you hot glue it, you add to it, you take away from it. The possibilities are endless. You can be a drag queen on a budget. And it doesn't take, like, this gown, for instance, cost me like $20 to make.
Wow, really?
Yeah. The fabric, I got it on clearance.
From Joann's?
From Joann's, yeah. I love Joann's.
Oh, Joann's.
They have to know I'm a drag queen there. They have to know.
It's like, this many yards of material.
Yeah, right. Or foam to make like my ass padding. Like
30 pounds of sequins.
Right. Just getting like industrial sized buckets of sequins.
Right?
Like, sir, what do you need all that sequins for? Don't worry about it, Carol. Like, just bring me up, okay? Buying all this fabric. They're like, I think he's a drag queen. So, yeah, like, I've seen so many different levels of drag, and, I think the most impressive, to be completely honest, and I truly mean this, are the queens who get their fabric from Goodwill or get their clothing from Goodwill, and they explain to you like how they got it to work. You know, like they took a pair of jeans, they cut them, they made a skirt, they did this, they did that. Like it's just really impressive. So yeah, I mean, yeah, the possibilities are endless.
That's cool.
It
I
is
like
really
that.
cool.
I like the customization and being able to, you know, be kind of yourself and just kind of expressing that. Like I said, alternative people, we've been doing it forever.
Oh, for sure,
and
yeah.
it's like, and that's no different from drag, really.
No.
So, and then you had a question to kind of
Yes. So, dressing up for Halloween as a kid, how was that for you? And then did that all correlate or bleed into doing drag later on as an adult?
You know, I'm going to say this because it kind of like, I love that you're asking that now because we're coming off of like how goth and drag correlate. I would have to say like drag and goth are so close.
Yeah.
And then you kind of get into this like department where like here's Halloween and here's drag.
The lines blur.
They blur.
They blur and cross with like drag, Halloween, goth. Like they're very much like
right. And when I
lines.
think about it, like to answer that question, I guess I would have to admit to lying. I guess I've been doing drag since I was like a toddler because I so badly wanted to be the bad witch from Wizard of Oz.
Sure.
Yeah. Like I wanted to like paint my face green and like just I wanted to be her so badly for Halloween. And my mom never let me. So I know.
Mom.
Now you need to do that or like as a performance or something. As finally being able to do it.
God, I've never thought about it. Now I have to.
You could do like a whole thing.
Right. But no, I loved Halloween as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I loved dressing up. Sadly, like, Halloween for me as a child, like, I would go trick-or-treating with friends as I got older, but when I was really young, I grew up very religious. So, like, trick-or-treating, like, it meant, like, going to our church and, like, doing Halloween there. So it sucked.
I was gonna say, that does not sound fun at all.
It sucked.
Fall festivals
where you get like candy apples from like Irma and like all these other old ladies at your church. Like,
I would have stepped out. I would have chucked that shit somewhere. I was a little dick.
Popcorn balls.
I would have thrown
like
it somewhere.
Like, thanks a lot, Gladys. Like, you ruined it for me.
Fuck.
Shit.
Damn it, Gladys, you gave me toothpaste last year,
right.
you bitch.
No, and then like my mom would like, now I'm getting dental floss. I'm starting to pick up the sign here. Are you trying to throw hints? Like, so, no, like, it sucked though. But like my mom would pick out my costumes. But I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that like being queer and being a child, like I feel like every queer person, their parents saw the signs, you know, like they saw the writing on the wall that like, your kid's gay. So my mom would pick out my costumes oftentimes and I would like be a baseball player or like an astronaut. I'm like,
something like, thanks, Mom. That's
thanks, Mama. I wanted to be a vampire or a witch or like, so yeah. So now that I'm a parent, I'm like, okay, I still love Halloween. I still dress up for Halloween. And it sucks though because I don't do drag on Halloween because I do drag all year long.
Yeah. Right. Well, every day's Halloween.
Every day's Halloween. Right. And it should be. It'd be better.
I was say I've dressed up at random days and gone downtown Goshen. So
hell yes. Yes, as you should.
We should do something to where you dress up, I'll dress up. I don't know what I'll wear.
Right.
I'll throw some shit together. But we should do something like that.
That would be.
I'm here for it.
I love going out and like attracting attention and interacting. And for me, everything that I do is masked. So I can express like myself and
that's true.
I do come out as like a character especially when I see kids, and I love working with kids and stuff like that and interacting with kids.
Oh yeah.
So like I have a theatrical personality to me that like comes out when I have a mask on and I'm interacting. I think I very much like do the creepy shit. So yeah, we should totally do something. I don't know what we would do. There's events we're gonna get together, but I'd love to just do that and promote shit.
Yeah, for sure.
That does actually bring up a good question, though, because you had kind of talked about, kind of switching back and forth earlier about, like, in between characters.
Yeah,
like, you turn into a different character. So is there a difference between Natasha
Mhm.
and yourself?
Oh, for sure. Like, oh, girl, yes.
How do you like switch that on and off?
God, I'm still trying to figure that out sometimes because, like, well, I mean, like, it's hard because when you ask, like, when people ask certain questions when you're in drag or when you're just performing, you have to like think back to like, okay, when I was 7 years old, I wasn't a drag queen, so like,
Right.
though it would have been cool if I were. Probably not. It was 1997, so that would have been fucking terrible. Going to elementary school in drag. But I think, yeah, like there's a huge difference between Brock and Natasha, and Natasha is really outgoing. She's this huge bitch. She doesn't care. She will perform a stage down. But then, like, I also think, okay, great example. So when working with children, when I'm in drag, like doing drag queen story times or like family-friendly drag shows, it's oftentimes really hard because I was a teacher for so long and I'm a parent and I've been a parent for like 14 years. So, like, there's this part of me that, like, where Brock comes out, and it's not just Brock, it's, like, teacher Brock.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, I just right away get, like, clinical and professional, and I'm like, okay, we're going to sit down, and we're going to listen with our listening ears, and, like, I'll use Natasha's voice, but, like, 100% it's teacher Brock.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Yeah. But it's handy. Like, it's a talent, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But no, there's a cross sometimes with Natasha and Brock, and I feel like that's kind of beautiful because it's kind of like the personalities have so much in common that they intertwine in the middle. So it's fine. Yeah.
I love that.
Awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I guess we can go ahead and get to the questions
Okay.
by people.
Yeah.
Our viewer questions.
So our viewer question. So the first question that we have is from Dreamboat Angie.
Oh, Angie, yes.
She goes, "My bestie, what was her first drag show like?"
That's a good question.
Is it? Okay.
Oh my god. What she was asking?
She knows.
So it was a loaded question.
This is a loaded question.
I love loaded questions.
So, okay, my first drag show. Fuck. Okay.
Fuck.
Let's get into it.
So you'll like it. So I had just been doing drag for a few months, and I performed there now. It's our bar in South Bend.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, so they have a competition called Novice Night, which is now Fierce Friday, but like, so I had not been doing drag for very long. I didn't use setting powder.
I don't even know what that is.
It's everything. It's everything.
It is everything.
It is everything.
Isn't our bar across from where we had the metal show?
Is.
Okay, yeah. It's where was the metal show? The coffee place.
The
Well. The Well.
Yes,
The Well.
okay.
Yeah.
So right across from the Well.
Right across the street.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I haven't been doing drag long. I wasn't prepared for everything like I thought I would be.
Aww.
This was a competition.
Oh,
so
it was a competition.
It was a
First was a competition.
My first
Again,
drag performance.
I'm sensing this like I think you're like me, and you just say "fuck it" a lot.
Fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
That's what I do. I'm just like, well, I'm doing it. Fuck it. All right.
I just like to learn as I go. Like, just like roll with the punches and do it.
Yeah.
So, I go out to do my first performance, and as I'm, doing this, I'm rocking it out. I did like a naughty schoolgirl look with like the plaid skirt and everything. And no one had taught me, like, again, I didn't have a drag mother or anything at that time. So no one taught me how to tuck properly.
Oh.
Or like right now I'm wearing 3 layers of pantyhose.
Oh.
Back then I was just wearing fishnet leggings or fishnet hose.
Oh, honey.
So yeah. And I've been able to do the splits since I was probably like 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
So I go down to do the splits. The owner and her wife, the owner of the bar, are sitting like right next to me. And I go down to do the splits, and my skirt like flows up, and I just flash them everything
Oh, man.
down there.
Oh,
It's just on the like Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
I go down the splits, I come back up, and I hear them in the background like, I just saw his balls. And I just kept performing, like, yes, ma'am. Like, so I did not win. That was my first track. I came in second place.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So,
Hey, you did the splits?
Yeah.
You could give me $1 million right now. I could not do the splits.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know what? And I wish people have been like, can you teach me how to do the splits? I'm like, I can't because I don't know how I learned. I've just been able to do it since I was 5. But yeah, I can do the death drop, the splits. I can do a back bend. I can do the bridge. I can almost do a backflip while I'm performing. I'm a talented bitch.
Yes,
All right.
you are. I'm just like,
I can't do any of
I
those.
can't
do any of
Yeah, I'm
those.
as flexible as like a board, so I can't do any of those things. No.
Yeah, I'm like a deck of cards. Just like, yeah.
Very nice. So
Yeah.
there you go. Questions answered.
Yes.
Your
Yeah.
question. All right.
All right.
Do we have a second one?
The second one is actually from, it's actually 2.
Okay.
2 technically. But it's from our intern. For those who don't know, I'm a mortician, and our young intern who just graduated from high school. Congratulations!
Awesome.
Congrats, grad.
Yes.
She goes by the handle Deeply Dead Girly, and
Love
yeah, so she is a little goth lady, as well. And she has 2 questions for you.
Okay, perfect.
The first one is, like I said, she is our intern. Would you be put in drag when you die?
What a question.
That's a pretty good question.
God. Would I? I mean, like, I've always thought about, like, how much I want to be cremated. But, like, I guess to humor the question, let's just take cremation out. Would I want to be in drag when I die? You know what? Yes, ma'am. But I want, like, if I'm going to have a funeral, I want it to be, like, I want this whole theatrical, like, I want all the other drag queens to, like, lift me up, carry me.
God.
I want the best makeup. I would my
do
favorite.
your funeral.
Oh my God, please. Yes. So, I mean, like, no, I don't think I would want it just because it would be so much work. But if I did, bitch, watch out. Like, it's going to be the funeral of the century. Like,
So there is a possibility where you can have a viewing prior to your cremation.
Yeah.
okay. Well, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm going to be in drag. Thank you for the question because, tell your intern I love it.
Yes.
Just changed my whole perspective on my funeral.
And she does have a second question as well.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on RuPaul, and would you ever want to try out for either RuPaul or Dragula? Something on that scale.
Gosh. Okay, so I'm so prepared for this, but then you bring in Dragula, and I'm like, oh, damn, which one do I want to do? So I love RuPaul. I love RuPaul's Drag Race. I know it's controversial for some because there's been a lot of, like, hoopla that has been said and done. And I guess, like, for me, I just like to keep in mind that RuPaul is an old bitch.
Yes.
And they're going to make mistakes, and they learn as they do it, and they correct themselves. Like, I know for a while people were trying to cancel RuPaul because in the show, and they have, like, and you probably know because if you watch RuPaul, like, she's got she-mail or whatever. They changed it because people were really offended by that. And now it's just, oh, you better work or whatever. So, or she already had hers. So I love RuPaul. I think RuPaul's it's broken the silence on drag, and it's in the living room of so many different families.
Exactly.
Yeah. Would I try out for RuPaul? Fuck no. Because I would lose so bad. I would go on the show. I would love to, but, like, I don't know. I would be so nervous. Now, Dragula, yes.
Dragula seems more like, I don't know, they seem more open.
They're way more open. Like, everyone here has done a great job. Like, way more open. And it's spooky.
Yeah.
It's fucking cool.
That's right up your alley.
Right up my alley. Yeah.
So our third question is from Anonymous.
Okay.
Let me see here. So you perform locally, but have you ever performed outside of Indiana? And are there any other drag queens in the Indiana area that you would find legendary?
Oh God, have I ever performed outside of Indiana? I've performed in Grand Rapids, at Rumors, and
Nice.
I've performed. That's it. Like that's it, and that's out of Indiana. But yeah, I don't know. I performed at my wedding venue, the Henderson Castle in Kalamazoo.
Very cool.
Yeah, they did like a murder mystery drag thing.
Ooh.
It was so much fun.
That's cool.
I was the victim.
Oh no!
I died. I looked great when I did. So legendary drag queens. So I'm going to name off a few, and they're different levels of drag. So one of my favorite drag queens that I performed with here in Indiana would be My Opinion. I love Maya.
That's cute.
I know. I knew you would love the names. I knew My Opinion. Because she is such a sweetheart backstage. Like, super helpful, super great, super gracious. But on the stage, like, bitch just breaks it down. She's great. Crunchwrap, who I mentioned earlier, so much fun, so legendary. Like, there's no drag queen like Crunchwrap, the queen. Like, she is just goofy and spontaneous and fun, and like, I can't describe her. You just have to like watch her perform. And then my one favorite, the final one would be Polly Pocket, because we started drag together.
Okay. I used to love those.
Right? Weren't they fun? Like,
yes.
the little tiny little...
With the little clothes that you can eat?
That you eat?
You don't ever want to eat them.
I was I don't think you're supposed to eat them.
I
You're not
don't
supposed to
think
eat
you're
them, but
supposed to.
goddamn, when you chewed on them, it was like euphoric.
I missed out. You're just chewing on the Polly Pockets clothes, like, going out of your mind, like, oh,
it's
God,
so good.
this is fucking everything.
So sorry, back to Polly Pocket.
You're
No more
fine.
My Strange Addiction.
Well.
No, let's talk more about that. No, Polly Pocket and I started drag at the same time, and she is so important to me because the novice night I was talking about at our bar, we competed that same night together, and she was just so nervous, and I just remember, like, she was doing a Miley Cyrus look, and it was so cute. She beat me. She won. I lost. Yeah, but bitch won. No, I mean, she has grown so much in the last 2.5 years, like, mountains above me, and I am always just so proud of her and everything that she does, because drag's fucking hard. Like, this is not easy. My feet hurt.
I can imagine.
Oh, God, they hurt so much. I can't wait to stand up later. But I'm going to fall right over. But
shit.
Move that coffee table. But yeah. So, yeah, that's it. That's my list of queens. Everybody else can go to hell. But no, I'm just kidding.
Everyone else piss off.
Everyone else can piss off. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I think this has been a really good interview.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Awesome. I loved it. I loved every minute of it.
And as far as, is there anybody that you would like to plug? Any events that are coming up?
Anything
that
coming
you
up?
Want to talk about?
Goshen Pride.
Yes, because we do not celebrate it in June. We celebrate it in July, which I think is awesome.
I do too.
Just for the reason of you have all these asshole companies that are catering in June.
Yeah.
We did ours in June just because, we had a request for it and we had everything lined up for June. Yeah. But a lot of people...
we had a lot of shit scheduled.
Yeah. So it's nice that Goshen Pride is coming up in July.
Oh, for sure.
But anything special?
So... I had to look it up. I'm sorry.
No,
July 14th through the 20th. I believe. Now let me just triple check. The 19th is the drag show at the Goshen Theater.
Oh, okay.
And I'll be performing. Miss Gay Indiana Therese will be there. Ooh. Yeah. So we have some big names for performers. It's fucking insane. Lily Extravaganza, who's one of my sisters who I love with all my heart and soul. She's organizing it. It's super fun. That cool. Tuesday, though, I think... Hold on, I'm trying to think of the day.
That's okay.
So the 16th, I'm hosting drag trivia at Constant Spring.
Oh, that's fun. And we did a couple of your drag trivia nights.
They're so much fun. Thank you.
I was there randomly. Didn't know anything. Just eating.
Just eating dinner.
Yeah, it was like... Man, it was like a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just eating dinner, and I was like, oh, okay.
There's drag queens.
Yeah, I was like, they're doing trivia. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was randomly there.
Every second Tuesday of the month, Karen Pancakes and I host drag trivia at Constant Springs. However, I think this will be the third Tuesday of the month that we're doing it. So it'll be really fun. The trivia is going to be Pride related. Okay. So it'll be Pride questions, like LGBTQ related and everything. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be super fun. I'm super excited about it.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Hi. And I get a smile. I'm so excited.
So definitely look out for that schedule. Hopefully we'll try to keep everybody up to date with Goshen, happenings. Yeah. Maybe we'll be involved in a couple of them. But I am just so happy that this came together. This is wonderful.
I am too. I was really excited about it, and I'm really excited to be here. Yes. So, and I didn't sweat off all my makeup, which, let me tell
all these lights?
I know. All these lights. I finally figured out, I feel heat, and I'm like, oh, it's all these lights.
It's all the lights.
But, I'm a performer, so,
You're used to all those lights on you?
I am. And I use, the primer that I use is clog pouring. So I couldn't sweat right now if I wanted to. So
sweet.
Yeah, it's great.
As we always say.
Yeah. Look out for each other and good night, cellar dwellers.
Bye.
Bye. Goodbye.
Yeah, there you go.
Yay.
Did it.
Got it.